Namo Loe Savayantam, Namo Loe Siddhant, Namo Loe Savairiyam, Namo Loe Savajayam, Namo Loe Savatrikavati Savanam, Omkaramendo Sanyutam, Jayanti Yogina, Kamadam Okshadam Sri Omkarai Namo, Manganam Bhagavanayo, Manganam Gautamurti, Manganam Kurukundari, Jendra Mosu, Manganam Namasana. Swanu Murtyata Sati Swai Navaya Vivaha Yusanidata.
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavati Vajjanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Saunam. Omkaram Bindu Sanyuktam Nityan Dhyayanti Yoginam Kamadam Moksadam Cheva Omkaraya Namo Namo Nama Samay Saraya Swano Bhutya Chakasate Chitsubhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Ajnana Trimirandanam Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Nama Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Varto Omkaranada Jinano Jayavanta Varto Jinana Samo Sarana Sau Jayavanta Varto Ne Tirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Varto Namo E Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangarotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarano Kundano Dvani Divyano Jina Kunda Dvani Apya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupamagati Pamel Sarve Siddhane Vandi Kahon Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Prabhrata Are Om Eka Suddha Sada Arupi Jnana Darshanamay Khare Kai Anyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matra Nathi Are Jam Netrate Maj Jnana Nati Karak Nathi Vedak Are Jane Jakar Modaya Nirajara Bandate Maj Mokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Sri Suddhatmane Namaha. Jai Jinendra. So we are talking about basic Jainism. We already talked about substances. We talked about 6 substances in detail. Now we are talking about attribute. In general, we've talked about attribute. Now we are going in a specificity for the attributes. And what specificity means over here, we are taking common attributes, means those attributes are common in all the 6 universal substances. Whether it's a soul, whether it's a matter, medium of motion, medium of race, space and time, everywhere those attributes are present. Remember, as we talked in detail last week, that there are infinite attributes are there in a given substance, not soul, but substance. And soul is one of the substance, of course. But if soul has an infinite attribute, then a matter particle, matter atomic particle, the smallest possible thing, that also has infinite attribute. And so is medium of motion, medium of time, medium of rest, time and space. So here, what happens? That we took the common attribute and we started talking about the eternal existence attribute, Astitva Gun. Astitva Gun or eternal existence attribute is present in all the universal substances. So if it's present in me as a soul, it's present in this sweater, it's as a pudgal, if it's present in this frame as a matter, and everywhere it is present. Eternal existence attribute. The name implies that existence is there, and that existence is there since time infinite. So if I'm existing since time infinite, means I was never created, nor ever be I'll be destroyed as a soul. Then do I have to have any fear? Who is going to take care of it? Who's going to damage me? Who is going to hurt me? Because I was never created, I will never be destroyed, and I have an eternal existence because there is constant flow of this attribute within me, keeps me alive. So that one we talked about, and now we talked about what are the benefits we get by knowing eternal existence attribute, and we found those things out. And one important thing we found it out, that you are the soul and I am the soul. I have my own eternal existence attribute, and you have your eternal existence attribute also. Sorry. So if you have eternal existence attribute, because you are surviving because of your own eternal existence attribute, I'm surviving because of my own eternal existence attribute. So did is there any creator God? Right away that theory get that theory get thrown out. Is there any destroyer God? That theory also gets to be thrown out, because I can never be destroyed. So who's going to destroy me? Nobody. Is there any maintainer God? And so Hindu philosophy will say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, creator God, maintainer God, and destroyer God. No, there is nothing like that kind of things according to Jain philosophy. So there is no existence of creator, maintainer, destroyer God. Same way, karma particle are the one of the substance. Can they create me? Can they destroy me? Can they maintain me? They have their own existence. I have my own existence. No relationship. Can I damage somebody? Can I destroy somebody? Nothing can like that happen. So when I believe in eternal existence attribute, means I was never created, will never be dead in the future. When we see conventional death, means matter particle, this matter particle made up of body and soul gets separated. That's called death. But matter particle remains exact intact, soul remains intact. Nothing gets destroyed. They just get separated. So if I can never be created, never be destroyed, then all the fears from me go away. And we were at that last week, we were at the point in which we said that there are 7 fears. So 7 fears, they go away. So I would like to bring those slides, and we'll start with those slides. Let me bring the slide. One second. Okay. 6 common attributes. Okay. Share screen. Okay. You can see the slide now, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Good. So I want to start from last time where we were stopped. Oh, 7 fears. We were at 7 fears. Okay. So now we are talking about those 7 fears, that if I believe that I was never created, will never be destroyed, then I don't have fear. So in literature, they say that there are 7 types of fear go away just simply by accepting that I have eternal existence attribute within me. What happens here? Fear for this life goes away. What will happen to me? if somebody will kill me, if I get damaged, or if I get this and that. Fear of this life go away. We'll talk those things in detail when the next slide comes out. Fear for next life goes away. Fear for pain and suffering goes away. Fear for non-protection goes away. Fear for not having hiding place go away. Fear for death go away, and fear of accident go away. So these are 7 kind of fears. They disappear simply me accepting that I have eternal existence attribute. How they are going away? So we'll just talk. Fear for this world and world beyond. What happens? Fear of this life. That means fear that family, my earning, etc. can have problem, and is a fear for this world. Fear for this world means my family can have a problem, my earning may not remain constant, my business can go down, my job can go away tomorrow, or whatever. So those kind of fears I have it. Now, remember, I am not existing because of matter. I'm not existing because of family. I'm not existing because of money, because of job, because of car, because of house. I'm existing because of myself, because they are the matter particles and they cannot control me. I have my own destiny. That destiny will take me wherever it is supposed to be. Maybe I'm just vagabond. I have nothing in my life. I'm just a useless person, for example. And tomorrow suddenly something happens and I just shine. I become on top of the world. It happens because of me. My soul does those kind of actions. Those kind of modification occurs in the soul, not because of family, not because of earning, etc. So those are the things, they are association. So dissociation can occur. So that fear should go away. Fear for next world. Which gati I'll be going next life, which realms of existence I may end up going, and what kind of suffering I will have to bear. Lots of time people get afraid reading the description of hell, that how much suffering is there in the hell and all kind of things. And people get afraid and they say, gosh, what if I end up going there in hell? Remember, even if you are even if the soul goes in the hell, his body suffers. And whatever attachment he has towards the body, that much suffering he will have it. Remember, our future Tirthankar, the 24th Tirthankar occurs in a half-time cycle. So in this first half-time cycle, Mahavir Swami was the last Tirthankar. We are in the 5th time frame. Then the sixth ara will come. Then another 6 ara comes. Then 5th ara comes, and then 4th ara comes. And in this 4th ara, the very first Tirthankar, he is going to be born. He is a Srenik Maharaja who is in hell right now, who has an infernal life right now. He has a Kshayik Samkit right now. He has an annihilation, enlightenment status there. And because of that thing, he said he has made the faith in such a way that I am the eternal soul substance and my body is associative things only, and I have no relationship besides that association. Having that kind of conviction that even though he is in the infernal life, he doesn't feel anything because he has separated himself from the body. So that faith, if faith is there towards soul, then associative things cannot do anything to you. It cannot bother you. So will I have to worry about what suffering will I have? What will happen? You know, Why do I have to worry about hell? Now, let's see. If I go to hell one time, let's say this time I end up going to hell, then innumerable time I'll be going to the heaven. This is a proportion. One time going to hell equals to going to in celestial life for innumerable time. And innumerable time means 10 raised to 29 up to 10 raised to 49. That much difference is there. One time I go here, and that many times I may end up going to heaven. So I don't have to worry about going to hell or even heaven also. Okay, let's say I went to heaven. So what? 10,000 minimum years of life and 33 sagropa maximum years of life. And then what? Then that soul ends up going to, most of the time, ends up going to first sense earth body. First sense earth body he ends up going to. So, I mean, it is transmigration. You keep on rotating from one gati to other gati continuously. You have a choice. I have a choice to stay in this transmigration or to get out of it. I have a choice. How come? How do I have a choice? I bring the faith to my eternal soul substance, and within no time, within 1, 3, 5, 15 life, I will end up going to the moksha, where there is uh, uninterrupted happiness is there. Avyabhad sukh is there. So, do I want unhappiness? Do I want happiness? Happiness means internal happiness, supersensuous bliss. Do I want supersensuous bliss or do I want suffering due to associative finding? Choice is mine. So, for next world life, I don't have to, this is the fear, I have it. But if I understand eternal existence attribute, that my soul does not suffer, it's an associative thing, and how much interest I put in that associative thing. Right now, I'm wearing the sweater because it is cold. In summertime, I'll be wearing half sleeve shirt because it's hot and warm. Who feels hot? Who feels warm? Who feels cold? The body feels it. Not soul doesn't feel it. So soul is separate. Eternal existence attribute says you are your own boss. You exist because of your own things. So don't worry about anything else. So what happens? Person with the right faith means knowledgeable person, means jnani. He knows that conscious natured eternal soul is my entire universe. My entire universe is me, my soul. Me as a soul is my entire universe. And me and my entire universe is present forever with me. I remain engrossed in my own eternal true nature. If I do that, then I experience my all knower soul substance. I have eternal existence in I'm the all knower soul substance, and now I bring the attention to the all knower soul substance, and now I experience all knower soul substance. Means I know that pure nature is there forever. Therefore, there is no fear for this world or the world beyond. So first two fears that we talked about. Then we talked fear of pain and suffering. Fear of pain. One is fear of acquiring diseases and resultant suffering for it. He's afraid of experiencing pain. I'm always careful not to get hurt. So because I love my body, because my body is matter and I'm a soul, but I love my material body, and that's why I'm afraid of pain. But enlightened person or the jnani person, he is experiencing only his all-knower soul substance. He does not experience the suffering occurring due to association of the alien objects of the universe. The alien objects are alien objects. Anything happens to alien object does not happen to me. I am the eternal soul substance. In my sphere of action is limited to my soul, and so yes, body can have suffering. And okay, if I'm a Gyan, if there is a Gyani person is over here, if this enlightened person is over here, he may have pain. For example, he may have appendix and he may have a severe pain in the abdomen and he may scream also with the pain. But from within he knows that body is separate and I'm screaming with the pain because I have that much affection for the body still remaining. And so in this situation, this enlightened person tries to dissociate from his bodily substance and tries to go within. But if he has a instability of his rag and dvesh, he may feel those pain, but it's much minimal pain he may feel. Fear of non-protection. What does non-protection means? Fear of non-protection means wrong faith person is always afraid that he may not get protection from the other. I need to have protection from somebody. It's police. I need. If I'm the politician, I'm the president. I need a police protection. Why? Because somebody can kill me. So that kind of fear I have it. What happened to enlightened person? He knows that his eternal self is present forever. He does not need any protective cover for his permanent self because permanent self is always pure and eternal forever and it doesn't need any protection for that. That's why he does not have any fear of non-protection. Then fear of not having any hiding place. For example, a person gets shelter in the fortress or cellars because he's afraid that somebody may come and steal his things and everything. So he's taking shelter in a fortress and cellar. He feels that no thief can enter there and enter in that situation, and thereby he is safe and his possessions are safe. If he has to live in the open space, then he has a fear. If he has so much gold and so much money and everything, then he wants to hide everything in a fortress and cellar so nobody can take it away. If this enlightened person, he knows that his eternal self, eternal all-knower soul substance is there forever. And in my sphere of soul's action, my sphere of soul, in the activity of the soul wherever it's occurring, in that sphere, no alien object ever can enter. Because I, as a soul, has an infinite attribute within me. I have an innumerable space point. So soul has an innumerable space point and infinite attribute residing there. You can imagine how much overcrowding is there. Gurudev Sri Kanji Swami used to give example that the soul is a three-dimensional cube. In one axis, x-axis, there is a time from since eternal time from before to eternal time in future. So x-axis is time. Y-axis is infinite attribute. And z-axis is a is a so the innumerable space point that soul has it. Three axes. One is a time infinite. Second is a attribute infinite, and third axis is a innumerable space point. So this soul is a cube and is solid cube. We had one Gaman Kaka over here, and he was my mentor also, and we used to talk a lot. And he used to say it all the time. He says, in the soul over here, it says no entry. There's a board, no entry. Nothing can enter because it's tightly packed inside. Gurudev Kanji Swami used to give example. Yesterday Vibhuti was telling me in our house, she had made some ghee, and she said, my God, this ghee in this cold has become extreme solid. Gurudev used to give example that in winter time the ghee becomes so solid that even if you put on knife also inside, knife will bend. It is that kind of solid things are there. Same way over here, there is no entry. It is really full of everything inside. So no object ever can enter in this soul's space. He knows that his knowledge is protected and nothing from outside get entry within. So there is no fear of not having any hiding place. What happens to me? I'm just kind of a transient person, can go anywhere. I have no fear. Nobody can take anything from me because my attributes cannot be taken by anybody. And I cannot steal anybody's attribute. So I'm fearless. I don't need any hiding place. Fear of death. Fear of death means physical body getting separated from soul is known as death. Wrong faith person is afraid of death. Naturally, we all are afraid of death, right? But enlightened person has experienced his eternal soul. He always has believed that soul and matter are forever separate. When we say death means dissociation of the matter particle from the soul. And birth means association of the matter particle with the soul. So death and birth are the dissociation association situation. But all knower soul substance exists forever. There is no annihilation of the eternal soul. The eternal soul cannot die. It remains present forever. Therefore, enlightened person does not have fear of death. In fact, in Srimad Rajchandra's Vachanamrut, there is something comes up, and in one of the later, after obtaining Samyak Darshan, after age of 24, when he gets Samyak Darshan, so for 10 years he had Samyak Darshan with him. Then at that time, his condition is going, internal condition going, taking leaps and bounds in a right direction. And in one of the later, he mentions, Srimadji mentions, that internally I'm so strong, I'm so much stable within myself that I pray to the God that all my pap karma come in fruition right now. All my inauspicious karma come in fruition right now, because I know they cannot do anything to me because I'm so strong within. Remember, Srimadji did not ask for having auspicious karma fruition. He says, come what may, even inauspicious karma fruition comes, I'm ready for it because soul and matter are separate. So that the condition occurs when somebody has a Samyak Darshan. The last one is fear of accident. What happens? wrong faith person thinks that he has something, if that something undesirable and unusual thing can happen suddenly. What if? What if some drunk hits my car? What if the ceiling of the house falls on me? What if my car breaks down in the summer heat in Phoenix? So it can happen. And it did happen to us. So it happens. So why to worry about it? He has constant fear of such imaginary episodes. Somebody dies with cancer. What if I have a cancer? Somebody dies with a heart attack. What if I have a heart problem? Why do I imagine all these things and become unhappy when those things are not there with me? So I don't have to worry about those things. Enlightened person knows that his knowledge attribute, I'm sorry, there's a typo here. Knowledge attribute is there forever. It's immutable and absolute in nature. That knowledge attribute is there, same constant forever. Nothing else can be generated within. Means all my infinite attributes are with me since time infinite and will remain there forever. They never get scattered away. Nobody can take any attribute away from me. Nobody can put one additional attribute within me. Nothing can be generated within.
Kirtanka,
Yeah.
the word immutable means, what does that mean?
Immutable means it is a fixed. It is unchanging.
Unchanging. Okay.
Attributes are there forever and unchanging. They remain the same. Yes, from the attribute, the modes will come out that they will be changing, but attributes are fixed.
Okay.
Never changing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So nothing can be generated within. Nothing unforeseen thing can happen within. Soul is there forever, eternally. Attributes are there for eternally, and modes keeps on doing their own job eternally, and that's it. That's a soul's sphere of action. Nothing can enter, nothing can exit from there. So he does not have any fear of any accident. In this way, we know that just simply, remember, we have not done anything except knowing eternal existence attribute. And if I thoroughly understand that part, that means I have digested. Now I brought my attention to my eternal soul substance, and all these 7 fears, they go away. I, I, I have heard this one right now, eternal existence attribute. Did I hear it? No. Why not? Hearing means when I hear about it, I contemplate on it, I put it into my heart, I make my life accordingly, and then it's called I have heard. For example, kid is sitting and daddy is watching TV, and daddy told the kid, they both are watching TV. Daddy told the kid, bring a glass of water. Did the kid hear this one or not? He's sitting next, right? After 2 minutes, daddy says, Beta, bring a glass of water for me. Did he hear that again or not? Third time, he screams little, he raises his voice and says, do you understand what I'm talking to you? Can you bring a glass of water for me? And the kid gets scared. Now he brings a glass of water. First 2 times, tell me, did he hear that or not? Yes, he did hear, but he did not implement on it. Third time, when the voice was raised, then he implemented that message. Similarly, when I hear about eternal existence attribute and their benefits and all kind of things, oh yeah, scripture keeps on telling and we keep on listening and that's it. 1 hour passed by and we are happy go lucky. No, I listen to that, I digest that, I assimilate that one, I try to put into action, and then it is called I heard this message properly. So these are the 7 fears we talk. Now, remember, this brand new chapter is opening, in which it's amazing, one word, eternal existence, and one can understand whole depth of philosophy, how many things we can take out of it. Oh, this one, if you want to see the reference, Ratnakan Savakacha, chapter 1, Sutra 11, all these 7 fears are mentioned there. Now we are talking something different here. What we are talking, same eternal existence attribute, but because of eternal existence attribute, the soul is known as Sat or Satta. Now, I can't. The Sat and Satta means eternal existence, so I can't put an English word because these are the Sanskrit word we'll have to understand. Satta, sorry. Satta means the eternal existence attribute. And Sat means the one who is holding that attribute. Satta means eternal existence attribute, and Sat means the one which holds that eternal existence attribute. So there is one sutra coming in Tattvat Sutra, chapter 5, Sutra 29, Sat Dravya Lakshanam. Sat Dravya Lakshanam. Sat means eternal existence attribute. Dravya means substance, and Lakshan means characteristics. Characteristics of a given substance is eternal existence. Remember, here the word dravya is there. It's not soul. Dravya means any of the 6 dravya, any of the 6 universal substances. Their characteristics is known by having presence of eternal existence attribute within. So that is very important that very important sutra is there, because through that sutra and this next sutra, we are going to take out lots and lots and lots of information. First thing it says, Sat Dravya Lakshanam means Sat means eternal existence. It's a characteristics of a given substance. Eternal existence is Sat means existence. Existence is a characteristics of a substance. So the meaning of that one is nature of the substance is to have eternal existence. That's the meaning of the second bullet. Now, one more thing Acharya Bhagwan adds there. We said Sat. Sat means eternal existence is a nature of a substance. Now, what is this Sat made up of? What is this Sat made up of? Then it says, Utpad Vyay Drov Yuktam Sat. What is this Sat made up of? Utpad Vyay Drovya Yuktam Sat. There is no other way except to put those words only for me, because there is no English. Of course, there is a translation is underneath, but this is the Utpad Vyay Drov. So this Sat, this existence is there. This eternal existence is with origination, cessation, and constancy. This is an extreme importance to sutra that Acharya Umaswati ji put it in a Tattvat Sutra in chapter 5. And as we have said before, Tattvat Sutra was created close to 2000 years back by Acharya Umaswati ji, and every Jain, regardless, he believes Tattvat Sutra, And there are lots and lots and lots of critics are written on that. Detailed explanations are given on that. So, Sat Dravya Lakshanam Utpad Vai Dhruv Yuktam Sat. Sat is a characteristic of a Sat means eternal existence is a characteristic of a substance, and that eternal existence is with origination, cessation, and constancy. And we'll define those words in the next slide. So those are the three things that we talked about. Now, let's see. Means origination. What is origination means? Means it's called utpad. Utpad means with each samay. Samay means moment. A moment is again puny word, but lack of any better words we can call it a moment. Samay means the smallest part of a time, smallest division of the time, and there is a specific measurements that we already talked about in the time sections of these substances. It means basically blink of an eye, innumerable samay pass by, means 10 raised to 49 and beyond samay pass by. That kind of samay, with that each samay, there is one mode originating in a substance. A mode means a transformation occurs in a substance. Each samay there is one mode, regardless. Any substance, be it of soul, it could be matter, medium of motion, medium of race, space, and time, any of the substance. So origination occurs with each samay. Example, Acharya Bhagavan has given an example. Pot getting originated from lump of clay. There's a lump of clay sitting over here. There's a pot maker sitting over here, and pot maker picked up this lump of clay and he created pot. So pot is created, pot got originated. This is a very crude form of example, but just for our understanding, Acharya Bhagavan knew that we will ask for questions, and so he gives this kind of examples to us. So Utpad means origination, means each samay there is one mode originating. Vyay. Vyay means cessation, stoppage. Utpad means to origination. Vyay means stoppage or cessation. With each samay, there is disintegration of the previous mode in a substance. Remember, if I take this, if I take 10 samay, and this is samay number 5. So samay number 5 has origination of a mode occurring. Cessation means at the time the fourth samay's mode gets disintegrated at the same time. Fourth samay's mode is going down and fifth samay mode is coming up. So those things, both the thing happens together. Origination occurs and previous mode gets disintegrated. Origination occurs, previous mode gets disintegrated, occurring in the same time. So with each samay there is disintegration of a previous mode of a substance. For example, with a pot mode getting originated, the previous mode of a lump of clay gets disintegrated. Other way around, other example, if you want to say, I'm facing east. Now I'm moving to the west. The degree that I'm moving to the west, that much degree I'm losing from the east. So when I'm originating my mode of a west, then my mode from the east get disintegrated. Same samay, origination and if a previous mode get disintegrated, pot is getting originated, clay, lump of clay gets disintegrated. So utpad and vyay, both are occurring in the same one samay. And then there is a third thing called dravya, constancy. What is constancy? Due to the innate nature of the substance, there is constancy present which is without any origination and cessation. For example, lump of clay, and in the pot there is constancy of clay matter. What happens here? Constancy, that when origination occurs, cessation occurs, those are the modification modes. But at the same time, there is a substance sitting on the back in which all these changes are occurring, and this substance is constant all the time. In this example, they say lump of clay over here get decreased as the pot gets generated, but the clay present in the lump of clay and clay present in the pot is constant. Clay did not change. Lump decrease, pot getting generated, but the clay is a matter which is present in the lump and present in the pot, and it remains constant. Same thing we can put into the soul. Soul has origination of the right faith mode, Samyak Darshan Paryay. Right faith mode is getting originated. At the same time, previous mode of a wrong faith get disintegrated. Right faith mode is originating. Previous mode of a wrong faith get disintegrated. At that time, soul remains constant. Knowledge remains constant. That doesn't change because those attributes are constant. Soul as a substance is constant. So utpat vai drovya. Why we are talking that one so much? Because over here word came utpat vai drovyuktam sat. Eternal existence is with origination, cessation, and constancy. We are talking eternal existence. We don't have to forget that part. Eternal existence we are talking, which is with the origination, cessation, constancy. Now, why we are taking so much interest in that? Because from Sat perspective, from existence perspective, what's the characteristics of eternal existence attribute? From Sat perspective, what's the characteristics of eternal existence attribute? It says, previous mode getting disintegrated, present mode getting originated, and at the same time attribute remain constant is the characteristics of eternal existence attribute. Eternal existence attribute just not just immutable, constant, never changing. Substance is never changing, but within the substance there are changes occurring. Origination and cessation keeps on occurring. Modification keeps on occurring. Modes keeps on occurring. Paryay keeps on occurring. Transformation keeps on occurring. It is occurring within the same soul substance. So, from Sat perspective, what's the characteristic of eternal existence attribute? That eternal existence attribute has cessation, origination, and constancy, and that's the eternal existence attributes characteristics. Having known that part, again, the references are there. Knowing this part, what does it say here? Okay. Why is substance's existence is described with origination? So previous slide, we did say that eternal existence attribute is with the origination, cessation, and constancy. So why do we have to have described this way? Remember, we are on the very first teeny tiny steps on the spirituality of eternal existence attribute. And from there, we end up going to origination, cessation, and constancy. And from there, Acharya Bhagavan is going to pull us down further into the spirituality. What does it say? If one believes substance to be only having constancy, if we believe that substance is only constant and no changes occurs in the substance forever, then substance will be forever immutable, means it is inert, means it is not doing anything, means it remains the same without any changes. Immutable, idle. No changes should be perceived within it. If we believe substance to be only having constancy. Okay? If we believe that substance is having only transitoriness, means origination, cessation, the soul got originated, soul got birth, soul got destroyed, soul got birth, soul got dead, soul got birth, dead. So it, only transitory existence is there. Then all substance will be transient in nature, and then mundane existence will disappear. This sansar will disappear. If we believe in transitory things, the shirt is transitory, is gone. My body is transitory, is gone. Glasses are transitory. My self is transitory. My soul is transitory. Nothing is left. So this whole mundane existence will disappear. So if we think the thing is only constant, then it will become, substance will become idle, immutable, nothing, no changes will occur. If we just say there is only transitoriness, then mundane existence will disappear. If the substance is constant forever, for example, then the clay, gold, milk, etc. will remain in the same shape and form forever. They won't change. That means pot, earrings, yogurt, etc. will not be seen. But that never happens. We keep on perceiving changes even in those matter. We talked about clay, gold, and milk, but what about the soul? Do I see the changes occurring in the soul? At one point, my knowledge was minimal. Now my knowledge is becoming more, and again, tomorrow it will be more. And do I see the changes? Yes, changes are perceived within me. So, substance is having existence with constancy and change, both. So now there is you may ask question, why we have this kind of slides? Because if we consider soul to be only constancy in nature, then no changes could be perceived, means that the clay, gold, milk will not show any changes. This is what Hindu philosophy believes, that soul is constant only. No changes ever occurs in the soul. In this one, if one believes that soul is transitory only, that's a Buddhist philosophy. Means, let's say there are 10 souls we take for 10 samay. One samay, one soul got originated, got destroyed. Second samay, another soul came and got destroyed. Third samay, third soul came and destroyed. It like that, the 10 souls got originated and got destroyed in 10 samay. Now, first number soul, for example, committed a crime, and thereafter one samay he got disintegrated. Who is going to suffer the results of this crime? Number 10 guy who has done nothing? How can it be possible? Jains are putting their argument to the other philosophy. How can it be? I am the person who has a permanency. At the same time, I'm the person who has transiency within me. So I am the reason for my own. I take my own things in my own hands. I'm the reason. Buck stops at me. Not that you do something and I end up suffering. in a transitoriness. So that's why substance is having existence with constancy and change. Such a huge, huge information Acharya Bhagwan gave just to tell us the soul has eternal existence attribute. Simply one thing that he told us, and he just took it to the center of the soul with all the changes occurring within. At the same time, soul also remaining constancy. Soul which was there in a nigod, lowest form of life, and soul will be there in the liberation form, the liberated soul, in between any amount of soul. Yes, all the changes are occurring. I'm the human, I'll be going to heaven, I'll be going to hell, I'll be going to subhuman, I'll be going to the liberation. All those things happens to me, within me. So it just gives this sphere of action to the soul. I think the time is up probably, right? Let me see what time it is right now. Yeah, I think we are already up. Let me try to finish one slide, okay? Will I be able to do it? No, I think this will take a little bit. Next slide will take a little time. So basically over here, what we learn, simple thing, eternal existence, my 7 fears starts going away. Sure, I don't have enlightenment right now, but I'm afraid of dark. What's going to happen in darkness, way? Darkness is darkness. Darkness does its own work, and I do it my own. So I have to be careful moving in darkness. What will happen to me if I get cancer tomorrow? So if it's going to occur, it's going to occur. Why to worry about it? So these kind of things, when we understand, it makes our life a little bit easier. And remember, this is only first thing we are talking, eternal existence attribute, which is present in all 6 universal substances. That can give us idea about origination, cessation, constancy. I'm the responsible for my act. I make all the changes within me, even though I remain constant. All those things we understand from one little simple eternal existence attribute. So if we know these little things, one thing, and it gets so interesting. What will happen when I keep on looking more and more detail inside? How much happiness I'm going to get? How much knowledge I'm going to get? How much peace of mind I'm going to get it? Immense, immense. So we'll continue discussion in the next week. Any questions so far?
This is almost the same thing that Gautam Swami, when he met Mahavir Swami Bhagwan first time, he asked the question, Tatpar Sush hai.
Yeah.
Utpannayeva, Vigmeva.
Dhruveva, yep.
The same.
Utpad Vai Dhruv, yep. Utpad Vai Dhruv Yuktam Sat. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Gautam Swami, the very first, and remember Gautam Swami became Gandhar. Gandhar means extremely highly spiritual person. But before he became spiritual person, he had the question too. So, we can also become Gautam Swami too, right? Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Okay, then shall we do closing?
I have a question just about logistics. Next week is between Christmas, New Year's. Are you planning to have it?
Oh, next week. Next week is Tuesday. Is when is Christmas?
Well, it's it's not on Christmas, but are you going to have it between the 2 holidays?
I think we will play by ears probably. If people are around, we can do it. But if not, then we can take 1 week or 2 off, maybe.
Well, I am out of town. If you have it, I will try and do it. But next Tuesday and Wednesday, they're not holiday days, but it's between the 2 holidays.
It's whatever everybody feels, we can do it.
I'm in Far East. I will try to log on, but the time zone differences are 14 hours.
No, so I think let's take a break then, you know, so from 1st January we can do it then, you know.
Okay. The 3rd we will be the next time we're together.
Okay.
January 3rd.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. जावाणी के ज्ञान से सूझे लोकालोक, सोवाणी मस्तक नमो सदा देत हूँ ढोक. 9 times नमो का मंत्र. Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.
Shandikram. Thank you.